All right, this past week has been a crazy one. I mean, one of the biggest moments of my life, qualifying to the Olympics in first place too. But before I get into that story and how the whole week unfolded, first we got to go back to the first stage of the qualification process for the Olympics, which was US Championships. So the way they were deciding the team was based on our performance at US Championships and then the Olympic trials. So together, that's 4 days of competition, 2 at each of these. And what they did was they averaged out your top 3 scores on each event to see who would be the strongest team put together. So after my performance at US Championships, I would say it was pretty good, but I could tell I was not in peak shape. You know, I had some small errors. My palm horse wasn't perfect. I ended up placing second to Brody Malone. Brody's a dog, of course. He had his comeback competition in all around and literally popped off and destroyed us all, but made a huge statement that, you know, he's going to be strong for this Olympic team. But after championships, of course, I'm not satisfied with second place, and I knew I had a lot more to give, so I went back to the gym, did a lot harder training, adding in more numbers. I was doing 2-on-6s, which is 2 routines on each of the 6 events during my routine practices. We came back for trials much stronger, better shape, and ended up taking the win to qualify myself in the automatic spot to the Olympics. Now, the automatic spot was pretty cool because only one person can get it, and all it does is really let you know that you've made the Olympics like 20 minutes before everybody else does. But it's pretty cool. You had to win the all-around and then also be in the top 3 on 3 events, and I was able to hit that mark right after I landed that vault. I knew I was automatically qualified to the Olympics. Overall, I'd say I had a great performance, but definitely not perfect. I had a lot of small errors, small things here and there. You know, I wasn't sticking many dismounts day one, but I feel like that's still a good stage to be in where I can sharpen it all up for this Olympics. I will say I did hit, all 12 routines over the 2 days, and that just shows how comfortable I am with these routines. Also, on the second day, I did downgrade my floor routine, and that came from me having a little bit of Achilles pain, but also after seeing 3 of the top women's gymnasts get injured and not be able to compete at the Olympics, me and my coaches made the executive decision that the priority for day 2 is leave healthy because, there's a high chance I was making the team. And you can't compete in the Olympics if you're injured. So priority was staying healthy. So we made a floor routine that had less back handsprings, which would be less pain on my Achilles. And I was still able to do simplified routines, still get the win, stay healthy, guarantee the Olympic spot. And now it's going to be a crazy month coming ahead. So after this competition, you finish knowing that you've made the Olympics. You see your parents in the crowd and they're tearing up, and you kind of just realize, all the hard work that you put in every day, the sweat and tears in the gym, the days that weren't as easy, the fun days, all of it added up. All of those days added up to getting me to this point. So I'm incredibly thankful for everybody who's helped me get here, and I'm really excited to keep going and do something big at this Olympics.
Frederick, you walked over to me and you said, I'm an Olympian.
I'm an Olympian now. It's crazy.
You've been open with us all along. You've been saying, I'm going to Paris. You affirmed this, no longer a goal, now an accomplishment. How hard have you worked for this moment?
I can't even explain how hard. I honestly felt like surviving the practice and training up to this was the win. And when I came here, I already knew I was going to win because I just trained super hard for it.
So many people say this weekend, Olympic trials, is the hardest meet of their entire career. What weight did you feel this weekend?
So I've started off with a lot of weight. This is what decides everything. But then there's thousands of people just rooting for me in the crowds. Thank you, guys. Yeah.
You say that you got to talk big in order to do big. So what can we all expect from you in Paris?
You can expect from me and the team some medals at Paris. Our team is coming home with medals. Let's go.
And we got to talk about your family. First, how did you even get the bib up to your parents, the 43?
I guess my coach did it. I didn't even realize they got it so far. But, they are responsible for everything, for creating me. And now they have, now they have an Olympian of us as a son. So, yeah.
Frederick is going to be flipping his way to Paris. How does that sound, man?
Yep. I'm flipping to Paris. Let's go.
So we leave on July 18th to go to Paris and start this Olympic journey. The first day of competition is July 27th, and this is the qualification day. We got the qualifications, the team finals, all-around finals, and each event. I'll be trying to get as many medals as possible and going crazy in this training leading up to it. I'll update you guys on the process, and let's bring home some medals.